human vampire, Bella and Edward, a beautiful match made in Forks, Washington. I know that most of us in this room have read these books and actually love them. And for those of you shaking your head, don't deny it, but I know that eventually you'll give in to your curiosities, crack open the book, and read about these two strange lovebirds. But most importantly, a more serious question. Why have there been more than 116 million copies of Twilight sold worldwide? I'd like to take a guess at this, and I believe it's because of love, romance, and happy endings. Aren't we all looking for our own happy ending? After all, we are here at BYU. Although, unfortunately, I talked to some friends, and I'm realizing that we are having a little bit of trouble finding our happy ending, finding this perfect, brooding, sweet-smelling vampire with the body of a god. This reminds me of a strange quote by Frederick the Great, and he says, wrong quote, they say kings are made in the image of God. I feel sorry for God if that is what he looks like. We too believe we are made in the image of God, and as a dental assistant, I believe we should also have God-like teeth. And so is it possible that improper dental hygiene could be causing us to have bad luck in the dating arena? I would say that it is entirely possible. And so I'm here tonight to give you a few dental hygiene tips to improve your dating ability. So tonight we'll talk about three things. First, that daily dental hygiene care. Second, dental professionals are your friends, not your enemies. And third, cosmetic treatments to improve your smile and attract that special someone. So first, daily dental care. There are three things that fall under this category. First, brushing. Second, flossing, like Jessie told us about. And third, beating bad breath. So first, brushing. If you are not already doing this daily, we have a serious problem. You should be brushing to get rid of the plaque that builds up on your teeth throughout the day in order to have better breath and also to have a more shinier smile. Second, flossing. It's important to get cavity-causing plaque out from in between your teeth that sits there and rots at night in order to have better breath, and also to cause your teeth to not rot away while you're sleeping. And third, beating bad breath, because nobody likes to have bad breath. So it's important that to remember our tongue is a very rough surface, and it should be pink. If you look in the mirror when you go home, it may be a little white. That's because plaque loves to stick to rough surfaces, obviously causing that offensive odor that may come out at times. So my advice to you is use a little bit of hydrogen peroxide, a capful, place it on your tongue, let it bubble and froth a little bit, and then take a tongue brush and scrape it off, allowing you to become a more dateable person, shall we say. So that's daily dental care. Second, dental professionals are your friends, not your enemies. In fact, they may even want to date you. This reminds me of an experience that I once had at a singles dance. I saw an attractive young lad out of the corner of my eye, sitting in the corner, and I thought, he looks really familiar. I really want to talk to him. I want to get to know him. So of course, I start walking over to him, and as I get closer, I realize, yeah, I know this guy. And before I realized what was going on, out of my mouth came the words, hey, how are you doing? I know you. I assisted Dr. So-and-so in your root canal last week. Can you say, worst pickup line ever? Not only was I socially inept and completely creepier than a spandex-clad David Bowie in Labyrinth, but I also found out later that he was embarrassed to date me because I knew his entire dental history. Do not let this get in the way of your dating lives, people. Make sure you have a clean dental history. So clean your teeth. Go to the dental professional. Now, is my friend Libby here? Speaking of dental professionals being your friends. Libby, could you please stand? Could you just smile for everybody? My friend Libby here, she is an aspiring dental hygienist. And look how sweet she is. She is not a torturer. She is not Hannibal Lecter or anything like that. She wants to go into this field to serve you, to make you a more kissable person. I know sometimes you leave the dental office feeling like you just came out of a reenactment of Braveheart, but that is not so. They're there to serve you and to make sure that you are not the toothless, dateless wonders that you could be if you don't take care of your teeth. So we talked about daily dental care. We've talked about dental professionals, how they're your friends, how they may even want to date you. And lastly, we'll talk about cosmetic treatments to improve your smile to attract that special someone. So your teeth are the same color as your burnt sienna shag carpet. That's a problem, but there are fixes for that. Such things as tooth whitening or veneers or crowns can do such wonders. As college students, we're probably on a budget, so I'm not saying to run into your dental office and go get the most professional tooth whitening job that you can get, but I would also advise maybe to try out the Crest White Strips that can be found in any dental hygiene aisle in a drugstore. These will improve your teeth luster and thus also make you more attractive to the opposite sex. So with that, we've talked about daily dental care, we've talked about dental professionals, don't fear them, worship them, and also cosmetic treatments that you can get to have a better dating life. And so, like Bella and Edward, you too can find your happy ending if maybe you could spend a little more time in front of the mirror, flossing, brushing, and maybe even cleaning your tongue a little bit. And so with that, I wish you all the best of luck in your dental hygiene endeavors, and also wish you the best of luck at your next Oscar Dorsey.